Hi, I'm Jaguar, back with another Reflex video. This time we're going to be watching a 1v1 game from an old demo back in the 26th of September, back in version 46 in fact, between two very good players, Terifire and Pill. And Pill is joining me on microphone right now, so say hello.
Hi, I'm Bill.
He's Pill, and I'm Jaguar. And this is a thing. So, this was back an experimental rule set in version 46. Rockets were stronger, Shaft was stronger, and this is an interesting sort of opportunity to get like direct feedback from one of the players, I think. So, shall we get straight into it, Pill?
Yeah, sure, man. Let's go.
Okay, so we'll do a count to three, and on three, we'll play the video, play the replay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So, go straight for the Mega.
Yeah, what I wanted to do there, I wanted to see if I could get to the rocket before he did. And I didn't.
Right.
And obviously, after that, I went for the rail while he was already in position to punish it, and he has superior weapons, so I couldn't really do anything in that situation other than die and deal no damage.
Yeah, not the best of starts. And so here, you're just trying to do what you can, I suppose, trying to get the same armor.
Yeah, what I just did, I sort of acknowledged, alright, yo, I'm full control now, so I'm not going to even challenge for the red, and instead I'm going to set up the other yellow, the yellow that's furthest away from you, in such a way that you can get to it because you need to get to the red.
Right, and see here all the armors are coming up at once, basically.
Yeah, that's basically the idea.
Yeah. So Terry's got control of those two.
And now I'm just basically, what I'm trying to do is find a fight where I deal significantly more damage than he does, so I can then go for a challenge on the red. Unfortunately, the opposite happened, so now I'm back to square one, and I need to do this again.
Right. Yeah, you're very much on the back foot here, aren't you?
Yeah, very much.
That wasn't too bad.
I kind of overestimated how much damage I would deal. That's really lucky that day.
But here at least the armors aren't, like, staggered. So you got a chance of getting at least one.
Yeah, but at the same time, getting that one yellow means I'm not dealing any damage while he gets his armors. So if I stay in this situation, you know, all that's going to happen in the game is what you see right now, is that I do get some stack, but he still has superior stack, so he can still manage to kill me. Yeah. So I need to find a way to deal some pressure, basically.
And you're struggling.
And now I have a very good stack.
Yep.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, you got yellow Mega.
Right, so I read that he would drop, and so I double backed, and it worked out perfectly. I got the first damage in. I got a lot more damage than needed now.
Oh.
Yeah, that rocket jump, that was a risk. It's still early in the game, so I felt I could take that. Though by doing that, even though I got the red now and I do have a stack advantage, that actually worked out really well. What I was going to say didn't matter after all. Yeah, so now things have actually worked out really well for me. This is the perfect rotation for me because the other yellow is timed to the red in such a way that I can pressure it almost always. And I can afford to take this sharp damage from him.
Yeah, yeah, well you got full armor at the moment, full red. Nice.
Yeah, just basically using my control now.
Yeah, so you've equalized, you still got...
But this situation, that rocket that he hit, that bought him the red there.
Oh.
I figured he wouldn't be there anymore. I was wrong, obviously.
It's all the little predictions and decisions you're making, isn't it, that determines the outcome.
Right, so now I'm just glad to have any armor whatsoever, so I didn't really bother with upsetting it too much. And this is actually a very critical moment. What I do here, what he wants to have that icy yellow very close to the red, very close before the red, so that he can just camp out that upper yellow and then drop down to the red. And there's really nothing I can do about that other than rush the red and hope for glory, basically. But by offsetting it, by making it spawn after the red, I bought myself an attack on the red, and you know, his rotation is still messed up because I pressured the red. He couldn't just set up the rotation again. So now I'm actually in a pretty good position, even though I'm very low on stack. This is a very big opportunity, especially if I get this yellow.
Man, it's interesting how the high level game is like, it's the same game, but it's being played so differently, but at different skill levels.
Yeah, and here I got a little greedy and he trapped me, and so I lost all my control. But he still doesn't have that much stack himself, as you can see by the way he's playing.
Yeah.
And again, I choose to pressure the red because if I get the red, then I'm in control, even if he gets the yellow. Bit late with the weapon switch there, but I do have full control now.
So what kind of player is Terry like when you're dueling him?
Terifire, I mean.
Terifire. I call him Terry for short.
Yeah, Terifire, he's a very... I would say he's a very calculated player. That wasn't very calculated. He just basically took the risk that I would miss the rail, and I didn't, because it was a very easy rail. I had all the time in the world to set it up. But in general, Terifire is a very calculated player who doesn't... He kind of minimizes the risk he takes to need to deal damage. That makes him a very difficult opponent to play, because he's like the master of finding engagements where you deal minimal damage while he deals maximum damage. Like you just saw, I had a very strong stack advantage, now I just have nothing.
He's quite icy heavy, I think, isn't he? As I recall.
Yeah, he is.
He's got good tracking aim, so he tends to exploit that, I think, with the IC.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that it's not just that he pulls it out in every situation, it's that he manages to find situations where it's a good choice.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's not like using it when he shouldn't be, so to speak. He's just good at using it to his advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing to his strengths. At least you got that sneaky little rail in just then.
Yeah, that bought me that yellow, but then this happened. And that 80 damage I just dealt, that really wasn't enough to justify that drop. That was a really dumb mistake. Right, so now time is running out a little bit for me. I do have full control, and I did manage to limit the amount of frags he got when he was in control. So now it's really about me trying to maximize my control as much as possible, as fast as possible.
Right. So you're definitely playing to the clock here. You're aware of the time and...
Yeah. And that's why I'm taking these more risky fights where I
know he can
deal a lot of damage. Yeah, I know he can deal a lot of damage there, but that's really my shot back in.
Oh, did you switch to the rockets then when you're out of ammo?
Yeah, I think so.
Painful. Oh, that was beautiful.
He didn't expect me to be that fast. Right, so now this is the perfect situation for me. I have perfect control, I have the rotation exactly the way I wanted, and he has nothing. He just has a mega that's not significant at this point. But then this happens. He just deals 200 damage because I realized how much of an advantage I had, so I got a little bit impatient and he immediately punished it very heavily. And now I have to scrounge for health again. And I have to go for this red fight, even though it's very risky, I have to do it.
Yeah, you take out your whole stack basically, don't you?
Yeah, but I did manage to deal some damage of my own, but now he's in a much better position for this yellow.
Yeah.
Fight, I felt like I had to take a risk there to get some control back. Perhaps that was premature. Again, I just have to take that risk, and I'm lucky that it worked out. But you know, this direct chase that I'm doing, he can deal so much damage while I'm doing that, and that just instantly kills all my momentum.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see him there, obviously. Yeah, now I'm just
Burst gun
more or
shot of
less-
anger.
Yeah, now I'm just, going for every attack I can think of because I know Terifire very well at this point as a player, and I know that 3 frags in 30 seconds he can run the clock out easily. So I just have to pray for a miracle here.
Yeah. So close right up until like the last minute and a half or so.
Yeah, I did go, I think, into alright, any attack will do mode a bit too soon, I do think. But otherwise, I think it was a very well played game from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what does that mean? You'll have to translate, please.
What that means, he was using very low FOV in this game, like FOV 80. So before the game, I joked that I should try to get behind him as much as possible. And then I lose the game because he gets behind me, basically.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember from some of his old videos, he was testing like low FOV and low sensitivity, something like that, or high. Can't remember.
Yeah, very low. He had very low FOV at the very least. But anyway, that's that game basically. I think what was interesting about that game is I think a lot of players they struggle against the rotation that Terrafire sets up a lot, and a lot of good players set up, which is go for the upper IC yellow first and then drop down to the red almost instantly. And it's a very hard rotation to play against because your opponent gets 200 stack every 25 seconds. Well, if you're lucky, you get 100 stack. If you're unlucky, he sets it up in such a way that if you go for that yellow, you're just gonna die, even if you get it.
Yeah,
So I think this demo is interesting because I think it shows off how you should play against it in the ways that you should, when you should attack, when you shouldn't attack, and how you can use pressure to make sure that the opponent doesn't get the freedom to set up that rotation.
for sure. Yeah, I think we'll have to review it again in a bit more detail sometime soon.
Yeah, if we can find the time, definitely.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, thanks very much for joining me, Phil.
No problem, man. It was fun.
All right, thanks for watching.